How is it going then, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about why you may be stuck in gold in FUT Champions. A lot of you guys constantly keep asking, how can I get more wins? How can I climb the ranks? Today, this video is going to help you with that. If you enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel. We do upload every single day. We do stream over on Facebook Gaming. A link is in the description for that, along with everything else. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the games and break clips down and show you the mistakes that gold players make that elite players don't, and what stuff elite players do that gold players don't. And that's how we're going to do it for you. So the first thing that I kind of wanted to go through and highlight for you guys is patience in attack and patience in build-up, right? I coach a lot of people on FIFA 21, and one of the most common things that I see is people rushing as they're building up. So we can just see here, I pick up the ball originally with Kante. Now we're going to be nice and calm and composed in the middle of the pitch with Kante. What we want to do is we want to actually give ourselves a chance for our teammates to catch up from defending and move up to the pitch slowly. So when we're laying off our passes, we're kind of thinking about who have we got. You can see that we sent Rashford on a run. When elite players attack, a lot of people look at it and go, why do their players move so much more than mine? Why does the attacking AI move? What they're actually doing is pressing the L1, the LB button, to send people on a run. It's the easiest concept, one of the most easiest things that you can do. It's sending them on a run to create space. Because what happens is when you send someone on a run, the defender has a choice to track that run, and then it will leave a gap in the pitch. Or they can leave the runner, and then it means that the runner is obviously going to give you an option when you are attacking. So you can just see here, we're moving the ball, and what we're trying to do is break him down slowly. We're trying to get him to pull players out of position. If we can pull his Fabinho, his centre defensive mid, out of position, we can then go and find our striker. We can then look for anyone else running in behind, especially with the 4-2-3-1 and the centre attacking mid, and get into this area. This is the area that you need to get into to score goals, right? What you want to do is get away from these guys in the middle of the pitch, which is the centre mid, and you want to get onto his centre backs. This is the easiest way for you to score. No one likes defending with their centre backs. People aren't comfortable with it. Videos will tell you, don't touch your centre backs, don't touch your centre backs, and this is the reason why, because people aren't very comfortable when it comes to that one-on-one situation. So you can see now that his defensive shape is a little bit all over the place. We've managed to get him spread out. Everything's in the wrong position, which is what he doesn't want to be in. We then find Dembele. Wan-Bissaka's trying to cover. What do? We go for the shot across goal. Keeper makes a good save, but that's a calm and composed attack. And now we want to try and win the ball back. So as you can see, we are pressing the opponent. Now, you can do this manually. So, obviously, to second man press, it's where you hold R1 or RB on Xbox. And this is where, essentially, the closest guy to the ball that you're not controlling will press the ball. So, at the minute, I am down here. You can't really see. You can see my two heads next to me. We've got this Dembele. That's who we're pressing with. I am pressing by thinking, where is his next pass? And I'm going to cover that with the player that I'm controlling. I'm then holding R1. Like so, because this was on, that's on PlayStation and Xbox, RB on Xbox, and that is telling Pogba to go and put some pressure onto the defender. And we're going to try and box him in, and then we switch. We're still putting the pressure on with Pogba, trying to think about his next pass. Now we're going to close him down. We can see he's got the ball with the goalkeeper. He's not facing any way. We managed to intercept it and go ahead and get the ball and slot that into the back of the net to give us the 1-0 lead. This right here is one of the reasons why you will be stuck in gold. Not relaxing, not being calm in defense. So many times when I coach goal players, I see them get caught in this position. This isn't a position that no one likes to be in, right? They're running in behind. He's looking to try and get for that shot across goal. He wants to try and get in towards and get a shot off. He runs through. The way he takes the touch means that I can regain that little bit of speed, that little bit of advantage to put myself back into this position. Now, as you can see, I'm using the L2, the LT button to just jockey and kind of shield him off the ball and overpower him. Now, this is the key part, the key element. Pay attention. Long lay. He's pressing me. He's covered my out ball. I can't play that pass. Now, you got one of two options, and hopefully you take either one of them. You can just boot it long. You can just boot it up to your strikers. You can just hold the X, the square button, or you can boot it clear with B or circle. Instead, I decided to stay calm. I turned back in because I saw his little bit of movement with Martial. And now, because I know that I have got Longley that has a 4-star weak foot, I can just switch that ball over to the right-hand side. So many times, people in this area go and dive dive in here and give away a penalty, all I'm going to do is just keep tracking back with long lay, thinking about the space, thinking about where the biggest threat is, and that is that area there. I want to make sure that I'm goal side and I'm keeping my defender there. If I can do that, I've got a chance of blocking the ball, I've got a chance of stepping in when he takes a big touch, and then being calm out the back. Don't rush, don't just play the ball straight out of the fence and give it straight back to the opponent. You need to spot your opponent's weakness when they make a mistake. You can see here the opponent steps up with Valverde, he's centre mid. And what did I say to you in one of the first clips that we looked at? We want to get into the area between the centre mids and the centre backs. And we want to spread his defensive lines. As you can see, you're going to see Valverde come up now and step up out of position. So he grabs the Valverde. He doesn't play the pass from Valverde up to the strikers. Look at this massive gaping hole in the middle of his pitch. His team shape, his balance is all over the shop. He wants to try and go forward and attack because I pulled my Semedo out. I win the ball back. We're nice and calm and composed. We play the ball back, and now look at the space and the opportunities that we've got. Now, we've originally got the ball here with Rashford. We want to lay the ball in. We want to send Rashford on a run by sending him on a run with L1, LB. Remember what I said earlier on? Elite players, good attacking players, make the runs themselves. We send him on a run. We're now tapping the L1 button and telling CR7 to make that run as well, so we can look for that pass in behind should we wish to, which is exactly what we go for. We then go for the fake shot. This is something that I always talk to you guys about. Very, very easy for you to do. You can do this by holding RT on Xbox, and you can do X and A for a fake shot, and you want to push the analog stick in towards this area, and then it's the exact same on PlayStation, which is R2 and square and X, and push the left analog stick into there. To get past that man, use that little bit of L2 as well. L2 like so, and LT just to shield and to get him off us, to use that strength, and then we want to look for the cross into the box, which is what we do. I went for an R1X and RBA there to go ahead and do that. Spot the opponent's weakness. If they pull someone out of position, out of shape, look for that quick counter attack and grab the goal. One of the other things that goal players won't do enough of is having skill moves in their locker. We recently released a skill move video, so you can go and watch that should you want to. And that's just going to give you so much more ability to go forward in attack, take on a man, looking for the elastico, the ball rolls past the keeper, the heel to heels, looking to lay it off and create those extra chances for you. Skill moves, pick 3 or 4 that you feel comfortable with, start to learn them. It makes you a lot more unpredictable and something you definitely need to get into your game if you want to go to the next level. Another prime example of making something out of nothing yourself. We talk about attacking patterns all the time on FIFA. I absolutely love using the ball out to the left-hand side, right-hand side, looking for the pass into the winger. And the way we're going to do this, you've got a couple of options. You can actually lay the ball out straight away to the winger down there and look for the ball in behind. Or you can go into the middle. I've tapped L1 now to tell Dembele, and this is where I've used a creative runs feature. So I've tapped the L1 button, LB, on Xbox, and what I've done actually is flick the right analog stick to tell him to run into this sort of direction. And what that's then done is meant I can then play the pass into the middle here into Pogba, and then I can go and lay it straight out to Dembele. It gives you a little bit more option. Look at that, it pulls the right back over with him, creating something myself. If I would have just sent him on a normal run, he would have just gone down there. Sometimes you want to mix it up and make yourself a little bit more unpredictable. Now we've sent Dembele on a run by tapping the L1 button, same for CR7. Now look at this, he's boxed us in a little bit, right? There's not really too much we can do here with just 2 players. What did I say in one of the first points? Waiting for your players to get up in attack and get involved. So a little ball roll, a little bit of dribbling to come back and find that Mbappe. Now, what position are we in on the pitch? Position I told you guys to get into as much as we possibly can. We'll beat the centre mids. Now we're up against his centre backs. He will not feel comfortable with this. He makes a switch over to Varane at the last possible minute. We do the rainbow flick, unpredictability in attack with some skill moves, and we manage to go ahead and grab the goal. So, throwing out on the left-hand side, not much can create from here. Again, going back to it, if you want to make the jump from gold to elite, going back with the L1 runs. Watch how we have the ball here. Not much is going on. We're inside our own half. We send Dembele on a run. The right back tracks with him. The opponent puts a bit of pressure on Pogba, but pulls him out of position. We've tapped the L1 button. He has done a silly offside trap, and now we've told Mbappe to go on a run with L1. Ball in behind. The key thing here is remaining calm. So many times you're going to get in on a one-on-one and you're going to fluff it, and that's what you need to get out of your game. You need to be so reliable and so so good in one-on-ones, because you are going to get them and you need to make sure that you are banging in 95% of them if you possibly can. So we're taking a look at this and we can see the goalkeeper is running out. We released a finishing video yesterday on what you should be looking for with regards to the 3Ps, so make sure you go and check that out. Mbappe comes through. We can see the goalkeepers close the angle down for the power shot. The chip shot maybe could happen. We're worried about taking the shot across the face of goal. Obviously with the defender coming in, we know how strong AI blocks are this year, so instead we just lay it off to our man of Rashford and he pops that into the back of the net, being very, very strong in the final third and making sure that we nail it. So you can just see here, Pogba out playing the ball through to the Rashford, a very common area for you to be in. We managed to step in with Mendy, but he just about gets the ball back. So a little bit unfortunate there, but we still stay calm. And now we want to hit on the counter attack. When you can spot the opponent coming forward with so many men, it's 2-1 in the 71st minute. He wants to get a goal here. He is going to start taking more risks. We want to come forward. Biggest mistake from the opponent, he pulls the Varane out of position. I always talk to you guys about this, how you want to make sure that your defense looks solid. He should have his Varane here and it should look like a back four. However, Varane has completely come out and he is now out of position. Not Varane, sorry. Sergio Ramos, I think it is. Yeah, Sergio Ramos. And now we are looking at sending the guys on a run, but being calm. I was coaching someone today and they were getting into this area on a lot basis, but what they were doing is when they were getting into this particular situation, they would just run forward and try and, attack so quick. I've got loads of space on the pitch. I'm taking my time. I'm not sprinting too much. I am just dribbling, using a little bit of ball wells, managing to find Dembele, using a ball well to realign and looking for that R1 square cross, RBX on Xbox. So easy for you to do. I don't want to hit it now because Dembele's facing the wrong way, so he's got possibly a chance of messing it up. So I use a little ball roll by pushing the right analog stick up for about half a second. He does the ball roll and then we whip it in with the RBX, the R1 square, finding the Rashford at the back stick, and that makes it 3-1, and that is game, set, match, won. So we go ahead and lose the ball here in the final third. I'm constantly thinking about when I lose the ball, if I can win it back straight away. So I try and press here with Pogba. I try and get the ball off the opponent. He manages to get out of the press though and manages to get it up. Now I actually bring my defense out of position a little bit here, but this is the thing, right? You can make mistakes by bringing the defense out of position. This is going to happen to you at some point. You're not going to be perfect. There are going to be mistakes. There are going to be bad habits sometimes that you will need to try and tone out your game. But if you make a mistake, the key thing to do is to rectify it and stay calm. Gomez is out of position. I press the tackle button. Look at this. This does not look in a good situation. Longley comes through. Now, what do you do here with Longley? You don't go and charge through this man and try and, take him out completely. You don't need to worry in this particular scenario. You just want to make sure that you keep yourself exactly where we are now. I'm holding the L2 button, the LT button to jockey and shield, and then he lays the ball off. Now, I right stick switch over to Gomez, and now I'm being worried about the 1-2. So I switch over to Longley, and I track back with the 1-2 because he is onside. Mendy's playing him on, and I wait and I wait and I wait, still keeping the team shape fairly solid. Now I have covered the pass through to here. If you look at this exactly, you can see that if he tries to lay this pass off, there is a good chance that my Longley is going to block it. He is in the exact position that I want him to be. So now I close the angle down. So many times I see people just trap back here. They just go back and back and back and back and back. And it gives the guy on the ball so much time to do what he wants, to run forward. Once you've covered the passing lanes, put the pressure on the opponent, run into him with the L2 button, the LT button, which is the jockey button, and that's what you can use to tackle. If you feel confident enough that the ball is there to be won, you can see the ball and the opponent's not going to do a skill move, he's not got a chance to just glance, just jump past you, then you can press the tackle button. I would encourage that, but we just use the L2 there, and that's how we win the ball. Following on from that as well, winning that ball high up, in the defensive line, we then do one little ball roll. He does the exact opposite thing to what we did there, and he pulls that centre back up and out of position. We play the through ball. Look at this. Where's his centre back? He's not meant to be there. He should have kept him in line just for that little bit longer, then probably pulled this centre back over to us. It gives us a chance to run forward with Ronaldo. We stay calm in attacks, calm in the final third. He moves the goalkeeper, so we just finesse it at the near post. So I just thought now we could take a look at some gold gameplay. I am controlling the team in the black and the opponent is in white. This is from a coaching session with a regular gold 1 player, 21 wins, 22 wins. And you can see very early on into the session, look at the player switching and look at how he presses the tackle button in kind of panic situations. First one here with Kante. I break through, I do a fake shot stop like Oketi, who tries to guess where I'm going, and Varane, luckily enough, manages to bail him out. But you can see 3 tackle buttons there, very panicky, trying to get the ball when the ball's not there to be won. You just need to remind yourself to stay calm. Playing silly passes like that as well, that's something that you'll notice goal players do on a regular basis. Not thinking about who is the opponent controlling. You can see this ball comes out now. Look at the player switch from me. I'm already thinking that's his next pass. He just needed to take the touch there. He can come in that way, or we can try and turn and take the man on, but he lays the pass off and I step in and say, thank you very much. I will take that. And then coming forward here in the final third, we looked at some examples of myself. He gets through, has a one-on-one, but he messes that up, and we have to make sure we're clinical in those areas. So now out onto the left-hand side, player switching is one of the key things, and we've got a video coming on that soon on how to player switch best. He delays it here, and I lay the ball out to the left-hand side. I have the ball with Mendy, and I'm just moving the ball around. And we managed to work our way through into really, really good position. He wins the ball back from a poor part from me. What does he do? He's got acres. Remember I said time on the ball and think about the space on the pitch? He has acres there. He does not need to go on panic. The game is 1-1 at the minute. He's got loads of time with Kaka. He tries to turn and lay the pass off. If he turned, took a touch, and then played the ball down the line, he probably would have had a very, very good chance. But poor from the opponent there, and then just think about covering through the middle. You can see now that I'm taking my time. He's trying to cover these passes. But from this is how I'm going to get the winning goal. I managed to get past him here with Mbappe, and we go for the cross and we get the goal. Very, very easy to do. And this is followed on from another coaching session now. Look at the scenarios we spoke about earlier on. He, at the minute, is with Carlos Alberto, which is fine. That's good defending. Wait for him to get into the offside position. And then as he gets offside, you can step in and take the ball off him. He player switched to the left back. He meant to go to the Varane, the coaching student said. However, he could have just stuck with the centre back. And then he comes through and he manages to slot that ball into the back of the net. So as you can see, there is a lot of differences between gold and elite players. And hopefully some of these tips that we've given you here can help you guys get the best possible rank in Weekend League. Let me know if this video has helped down in the comment section below. Your support is always appreciated, and what sort of videos would you like to see from us here on the channel in the near future. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.